It's a largemouth. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
He straight up just splashed the camera.
Why'd you splash the camera, bro? All right, guys, so we just wrapped up 2021 Redcrest. And shout out to my boy Dustin Connell for pulling off the victory. But today I'm out here on the lake and I want to break down for you all the new Garmin Force trolling motor. A lot of questions about the new products coming out. A couple years ago was like, year of the trolling motor. A lot of different technologies. Which one do I want? This, that, and the third. I can't speak to all of them, but today we're going to break down the Garmin Force. All right, guys, so let's jump right into it. One of the first things that I want to talk about with this new Garmin trolling motor is, right off the bat, they come in two different sizes. You have a 50-inch shaft and a 57-inch shaft. Why would one guy choose one or another? If you're a person that fishes a lot of big open water, so all my guys up north that fish the Great Lakes, you obviously need a longer shaft, the bows bouncing up and down constantly because of the big waves out there. And so you want a longer shaft, a 57. Somebody like myself who spends the vast majority of their time down here in the Southeast, I'm fishing skinny a lot. And so I need a shorter shaft. That's where the 50-inch comes in. Those are just two breakdowns of the different sizes that are out there. Also, what's cool about this trolling motor, it can be ran on 24 or 36 volts. So if you got a smaller aluminum bass boat and you don't have the storage to put 4 batteries in the back there, you only have enough room for 3 batteries. You can still use this trolling motor with 2 batteries. It has an option where it goes 24 or 36. I think that's really cool, kind of keeps everybody in the game. Another key feature about this trolling motor that I absolutely love, especially as a tournament angler, this trolling motor uses 30% less battery than competition trolling motors. So in years past, on a super windy day, of course, those trolling motor batteries, they weaken through the course of the day. Well, now this unit is using 30% less batteries, which obviously means a much longer day of fishing on the water, and you get to maintain that strength and power of your batteries longer, which is another reason why I choose to run lithiums. But you know, using 30% less battery, that helps everybody in the long run. So another great option and feature on the Garmin Force trolling motor. All right, guys, so once you deploy the trolling motor into the water, this is what I absolutely love about this trolling motor right here. So at a glance, I know where my power is at on this trolling motor. I also can see where my battery strength is just by looking at the power strip there, and then those 3 green lights are running across the top. Everything's green, so I know I got full charge on my batteries, and I can easily see the power in which my trolling motor's at. So right there, I'm at full power. Then we'll back it back down, obviously to low. And of course, you can control all this by your foot. You don't drop your trolling motor in and just hit the button and whoop, throw yourself in the lake. I can look and see, oh, let me not do that. I'm on full power right now. Let me bring it back down so I don't kick myself and my partner out into the lake. Because let me tell you something, this thing is mighty powerful. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. All right, guys, let's talk about the foot pedal. So this foot pedal comes stock from the factory, has 2 different options. You can either hardwire it, which is what I have, or you can use 2 AA batteries, which last 1 year. You heard me right. 2 AA batteries, which last a year, where you can actually mount this foot pedal or move it around the boat wherever you like. I think that's really cool. I'm not a guide, but I can imagine if I was like a guide, I would want to take this to the back, allow my clients to be up front, out of their way, where they can make great casts and I can still control the boat. So that's just an option. Again, I have mine's hardwired. I have a nice little cool TH Marine Chill Trex on here. Adds a little cool look to it, and it's a little tackier. So when you step on it, you don't slip in those wet conditions. You know, we fish in all types of elements. So just another great feature on a trolling motor. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit more about this foot pedal. So there's 3 buttons, excuse me. Well, no, technically there's 4. You got your on and off switch right here for your trolling motor. You have your constant on, which I hardly ever use, but you press the constant on, it'll keep on rolling. You got your anchor lock button, which Garmin's anchor lock is phenomenal. Very, very tight. orientation and keeps you really, really nailed on the spot. And then last but not least, you got this rascal right here. And I say rascal because that's the north button. It automatically turns the trolling motor north. And I got big feet in the sense of I can't always keep them placed right here where they need to be. And I hit this button all the time. And it turns the trolling motor head north, and then I hit the go button and it almost throws me in the lake sometimes. So I have found a little cool trick for you guys out here using this Garmin force trolling motor. Get you an oversized zip tie, attach it to the base of this button right here, and you no longer have to worry about it because you can't press it. That is a lifesaver, little tip right there for you guys. Last but not least, I'm sorry I forgot the tension knob, which is gonna be really hard to show you guys, but it's down here underneath, and it takes an Allen key. You'll put a little Allen key down in there and you can tighten it or loosen it. What this does, if you're more accustomed to a stiffer foot pedal like on a Fortrex, or you might have a older Motor Guide Tour or something like that, and you like that, you can tighten up that tensioner and it'll make this one feel the same. Or if you like it very loose, you can loosen it up. I kind of like mine's in the medium, in the middle, kind of in a happy medium there. I kind of turns mine about 4 or 5 turns, and it's not hard to steer, but it's not sloppy loose either. So that's the foot pedal. You hear that snap? That's another thing that is awesome about this trolling motor, is the mount is extremely strong. I had this thing last year. I made a run from Sandusky, Ohio, all the way to Lake St. Clair over in Michigan. It was a 2-hour and 15 run one way. And I'm talking about through the biggest water this country has on Lake Erie. And let me tell you something, that mount held that trolling motor completely together. I didn't have any issues, got there, was able to fish all day. Not to mention there's a safety strap as well that I'll attach in those sort of situations. But that's when I knew for sure that this mount was the truth. When I went to Lake Erie and put it through that, I knew we had a good one. All right, guys. Another thing that I have to talk to you guys about is the sheer power and strength of this Garmin Force trolling motor. It is an absolute workhorse. When I'm out on the lake, if I'm fishing a pocket and I see something on the other side of the pocket that I think looks good and I want to get over there, this trolling motor will yank this boat at almost 4 miles per hour with 2 grown men. This is a 20-foot Ranger bass boat. We all know that's a relatively heavy boat, almost 4 miles per hour. I mean, the strength of it is amazing, and that is just a feature that I absolutely love for being efficient on the water, being able to cover a ton of water, and to be able to jump across to the other side of the pocket or the other side of the creek in a heartbeat. So definitely something to think about. One more convenient little piece of equipment that comes with the Garmin Force trolling motor is this handy dandy remote. Now, as a professional bass angler, I don't use this hardly enough, but I do have a video in my channel when I was trolling for crappie. You guys can check that out. I spent a lot of time, matter of fact, the whole day using this remote control. Really cool, but it has some cool features, helps you guys get around a lot of different things on the trolling motor, as well as, once again, for guides, if you want to operate the trolling motor from the back of the boat or from the driver's seat or wherever, you can do all of that right here in this remote. Just another cool piece of equipment. All right, guys, so remember I told you about the speed. I'm gonna show you guys firsthand. So right here, I got my trolling motor on half power. I'm gonna go ahead and bump that all the way to full power. Couple turns of the foot like that, and I want you guys to watch this speed as it increases and where we top out at. So here we go. All right, we just hit 3 miles an hour. Three and a half miles an hour. 3 3/4 miles an hour, 3.8 miles per hour, 3.85, holding steady, 3.85 miles per hour. This is a trolling motor now, folks. This is not my engine. The 250 is not fired up. This is a Garmin Force trolling motor. 3.85 miles per hour, almost 4 miles per hour. Almost 4 miles per hour. I mean, totally impressive. I've never seen anything like it. Strongest trolling motor I've ever used. Very durable. I love everything about this trolling motor. The only thing that I can knock it whatsoever is the little zip tie thing. And you guys saw that I put the zip tie on that north up button. That's my only knock to the Garmin Force trolling motor. So if you're in the market for a trolling motor and you're looking for a reliable piece of equipment, I've been using it now for 2 years. It's been tested for years prior to that. It's an excellent trolling motor, very rugged, durable, as you saw, fast and strong, uses 30% less battery. What else could you ask for out of a trolling motor? Garmin Force, there it is. Thank you guys for watching. Check it out. Subscribe, like, comment, all that. Do it right now. Let's go.